All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show. Let us know that you can hear us and see us, and we'll get on with it now. Episode number 221 of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us, Geeks on Tour. And there we are. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Okay, we want you to click the bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, do all of those things that you know how to do. And we're going to do a quick tip here. Using Google Maps for directions and seeing street view of your destination.
Well, this episode is all about Google Maps special features of Street View and Timeline. So I'm going to start with a tip of a way that we have used Street View as in a real practical manner. Next slide.
Okay.
And I'm going to show it to you on the phone. This would also work on the computer, but what I'm saying is, let's say you get directions. You select a destination, you get directions, and then you want to see photographic representation of your destination. Make sure you're going to the right place. And you would normally be doing that on a phone. So I am going to show you on my phone.
The Android?
The Android.
Okay.
But this works just the same on an iPhone as well. So you go into Google Maps, and let's say that I just have an address. So we were supposed to meet some people for dinner last night, and we got this address, and I search for it. I put in 8871 Lake Worth Road, and then get directions. And let's say I look at these directions and say, well, that doesn't look quite right. I thought that this restaurant was closer to their house, and for their house, we take a right on Lake Worth Boulevard there. So I want to look at the address and see what's there. What you do is you tap on steps. And each step along the way where it's available, you get a street view. So each turn you can. I'm not sure why you would want to look at each turn, but at the end is the destination. And I can look at the street view of that destination and look all around, and I do not see a restaurant. I say there must be something wrong. I must have written this address down wrong. So I go back to my original notes, and sure enough, I was dyslexic, and it was not 8871. It was 7781. So
I would never do that.
Yeah, 7781. And now I can look at the steps, look at the final destination, and do it full screen. And that looks better.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like a restaurant. And this little bubble right here indicates that it is a bar restaurant. Brass Monkey Sparks Bar and Grill. Yeah, that's where we went. So that's my quick tip. Street view along with directions.
Okay. Well, cool. Hi, everyone. I'm Jim, and here together with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your Android phone or your iPad tablet? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
Well, we are geeks, also known as propeller heads, thus the funny hats. We are geeks who teach, and we think that the best way to learn is to take bite-sized topics and on a regular basis. So that's why we came up with this show. We create a lesson on a different topic each time. And then we collect all of our material on our website at geeksontour.com. Check it out.
Okay. Yeah, we do want you to do that. So, and we have geeksontour.com. We want you to subscribe and sign up for our newsletters. Oh, we have a book too. Very good. All right. So, Chris, where are we now?
We're home. But we did take a little vacation last week just for fun.
A mini trip to the Keys. It was good.
Pure fun. Take a look at that site. We were right on the water, and this is just 5 miles from Key West, a place called Geiger Key. So our RV was backed up right to the water, and we had our own little tiki hut.
Yep.
Now, we paid dearly for this.
That was very expensive.
We paid more than we have ever paid for an RV site.
But they had a great restaurant. We had several good meals there, and we rented kayaks and went out there. It was a lot of fun.
So, yeah, we had some fun last week. Okay. We're back home and taking care of business this week.
Excellent. So some of our live viewers here real quick. Sunny, good afternoon. Yeah. And Glastonbury, hi, Tom. Tennessee, Sarah. Okay, Gail, good to see you. You're ready for the show, Richard. Good to see you, Sunny. Let's see. There we go. Jolin, Low Country of South Carolina. I hope you're staying well. And
good to see everybody.
Really.
I hope you enjoy this one. There's it's Google Maps has so much fun stuff.
Okay.
Of course, if you're a traveler like we are, Google Maps is just
imperative.
The bee's knees.
Jimmy, how you doing? Good to see you from Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Okay. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Cool. Liz, Bill, I got them all, I think. Oh, no. You should show the feature of location sharing for a temporary amount of time. And we will, won't we?
Not in this one. We've already done that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But, in fact, it was I did a short video on it, too.
Okay. We'll try and put those into the descriptions.
Just like we did in Helen, Georgia. Yeah. It's what Michael's talking about is you can share your location using Google Maps with a friend. So let's say you're supposed to go visit somebody, and rather than calling every half hour, oh, we're an hour away, we're a half hour away, oh, we're only 10 minutes away now, you can just share your location with them for 2 hours, and we've done that, and the people have been out on their driveway ready to greet us when we got there because they could see exactly where we were.
Yeah, it's really nice. So indeed. Okay. So we want to thank all of our premium members. You guys make our work possible. You can become a member at geeksontour.com. Join now. And one of the benefits of membership is access to the backstage pass. It's for members only. It's a Zoom meeting right after this. You get the link from an email that Chris sends out, or you can also go to our webpage at the members login page menu item, and you can find it there too. So check it out. We'll see you after the show. But thanks. So this is it, right?
Yep.
Google Maps, hidden features, Street View, timeline.
Yeah, there's lots more. I mean, Google Maps literally gives you the planet in the palm of your hand.
That's awesome.
Anything you want to know, find out, or even do is all there. And Street View and timeline, if nobody's ever shown you, you might not know that they're there because you have to know how to find them. So I had so much fun putting this session together this week.
Oh, yeah. She was up there in her office and you'd hear giggles and, oh, you got to see this. What? Look at this.
Yeah.
It was good.
I had to come down and show them. I learned all sorts of new stuff. That's my number one purpose.
That's the only reason we do this is so she can learn.
The really best way to learn is to teach, because then you have to learn it more thoroughly, not just cursorily.
And she has been learning it thoroughly. Okay.
So what is Street View?
I don't know.
First of all, it's part of Google Maps and Google Earth but we're just showing it through Google Maps. So it's right in Google Maps. It's interactive. So you don't just view it, you do things with it, and you'll see that. It's 360-degree photography. So you can look up, down, left, right, spin all the way around. And it's taken by Google's Street View card. You see that picture in the lower left? It's a little car with a camera mounted on top that has, I don't know all the details. You know, it has like 8 or 10 different cameras that are all going at the same time.
We've actually seen this a couple of times. Put in the chat if you've seen it yourself and where maybe.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people have.
I would think so.
And if you want to know where the car is going, check this out. I think I have it pulled up here. No, of course not. But they will tell you where they're going to be next on the Google Street View page. Yeah, and I have a link to it on here. Google announces where they're going to be driving the Street View car next. So you can find out if they're going to be in your area.
Okay.
So it's on google.com Street View, and then you can find it in the menu. So it tells you that from March through December of 2021, they're in Alabama, et cetera, in the country United States. Now we can look at other countries as well. You know, if you're going to Sweden and you want to see the Street View car, you can find out where it's going to be. Just something fun.
Okay.
All right. Then just to make sure there's still some confusion in here, there's also a separate Street View app. And for both your iPhone and for your Android phone, that icon down the lower left there is the Street View app. But you don't need that. What we're showing you today is just going to the Street View facility through Google Maps. But if you wanted to take 360 photos of your own, 360-degree panoramas, and you could upload them to Google Maps for other people to see after approval. And you do that with the Street View app. You can even borrow or buy one of these backpack Street View cameras.
Yeah, if I was a little bit younger, maybe I would want to do something like that. But nah, it looks heavy.
Because as you'll see, as we explore Street View a little bit, it's not all just on streets. I mean, the Google Street View car obviously has to go on streets, and they make sure to stay on public streets. They don't take the imagery in private areas. But individuals with this backpack camera can go hiking through trails and show and take the same kind of Street View imagery and upload it.
How about privacy?
How about privacy? Well, sometimes that is an issue. I mean, there are some countries that do not allow Google Street View at all because they see it as a violation of privacy. The one thing that Google has made sure of is that before photos are visible on Street View, they blur faces and they blur license plates. So you can see in that image there, first of all, that image is from Disney World. So it was done with one of those backpack things. And notice that the faces, you cannot see anybody's face. And there are places where privacy laws do prevent it. And you'll see this. For example, if we go to Germany, you'll see that there are very few areas where Street View is available, and that's a legal thing.
Yeah, Detlef is here right now in Iowa. He's watching the show, but he spends a lot of his time in Berlin. Maybe he has
There's actually a
Something
fair
he wants
amount of
to
street
say.
view available in Berlin, but when you get outside
Yeah.
of that major city,
I think you have a map.
yeah, we will talk about that more. So you can get to Street View. I already showed you a little example on the phone, but if you're going to explore the world, it's nice to have the big screen, and you can do that on a computer. So Street View is available on the computer, and you use this little guy called Pegman. He was originally a little bit even simpler, and he looked kind of like a clothes peg. That's why he got the name Pegman. And you just grab him and drop him off on an area where you want to see the street view. Once you're in Street View, it's very immersive. You actually get into it, and then you can look around and you can move around, and then you can exit to come back. And we have a little video here to show you the details. This is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and in this video I want to show you how to use Street View in the computer interface. First of all, it's at maps.google.com, and then you grab this little pegman, drop him off on any blue line. Then you can move around, you can see where you are by putting a map in a split screen, and I'll show you how to exit. Here we go. So you start at maps.google.com. Then you can go to any place in the world. I'm going to go to Big Sur. And here we are. I'm going to zoom in a little closer to the road and decide what part of the road I want to look at. Right here below the Bixby Creek Bridge. So what you do, you grab this little guy in the lower right hand corner. He's called Pegman. So click and hold and drag him, and notice how he's kind of hanging onto my hand. He's swinging around, and you just drop him off on a blue line. Anywhere you see the blue line is where Street View exists. So I drop him off, and voila, we're in Street View. But I have no idea. I don't see a road. I don't see a street. What you do is you click and hold on any spot and drag around. That is moving your view. And then if you want to move along the road, you don't have to wait for the traffic. You just click the arrow. And as each time you click the arrow, it moves that amount of space along the road. But now I wanted to go north from the place that I dropped it off. It looks to me like I'm probably going south, but to know for sure, here is the map inset. And I want the map's inset to be even bigger. You click this expand button. Now you have a split screen. So in the top of the screen, you're seeing the Street View, and in the bottom you're seeing the map. And yes, I'm headed south, so I'm going to spin it around just by dragging my mouse. And now I click ahead. Looks like there's construction going on the day that they took these pictures. Now, when were these pictures taken? It wasn't live. It says right up here, this was taken by Street View in August of 2019. Okay, I think I'm starting to see the bridge up ahead now, but I want to point out something. The license plates are a privacy issue, and Google blurs them out. So I'm just scrolling my mouse wheel to zoom in to see the back of this car ahead of me, and notice that the license plate is blurred out. Now I zoom back out. I want to go across that bridge. So I keep clicking on the arrow to go across. Now, why are these cars parked to the side? Ah, there's a pullout. Oh, and look, there is an RV. That's something that I look for. I don't know that I would drive an RV on this road, but one thing I would look for is how many other RVs are driving on this road. I'm going to spin around and see what this lookout is for. Oh, yeah, there's a nice a nice view looking back south of the bridge. Kind of foggy. And now when you're finished doing what you want to do with Street View, you get out by clicking on the back arrow in the upper left-hand corner. And just a couple other things to show you. One, I want to take you to Area 51, just for some fun. When you pick up the little peg man when you're in Area 51, check it out. He becomes a flying saucer, a little space flying saucer. And the last thing I want to show you is over in Europe. How do you see where the Street View exists? It is all over the world, but it is not everywhere. So for example, when I'm looking at a map of all of Europe and I pick up Pegman, you will see all those blue lines means where Street View exists. There isn't much in Germany, and that's for legal issues. And there isn't much in Afghanistan. Now, some of these places it's for legal issues, some of these places it's just because the Google Street View car hasn't gotten there yet. And that is how you use Street View on a computer.
Okay.
What'd you think about the little flying saucer spaceship in Area 51?
And in the Keys, it's a little mermaid, right?
It is. It's a mermaid.
Too much fun.
Oh, and I didn't. I'll be showing you. Remind me one other when I do the historical.
Okay, when she gets hysterical.
Okay.
Right.
So that's how. Isn't that? How many of you have used this to research an area where you're thinking about traveling to? It brings it so to life. You really know what you're getting into when you use Street View. Now, all that video showed you was Street View along a road, and you know that was taken with the Google car with the Street View camera. But there is other. So if you see a little dotted line, that's called a photo path. And that's where it's just some person with one of those backpack cameras took the 360-degree panoramas around a path. And then there's circles. That's where there are just static 360-degree photos. And let me show you this. I'm going to take you to Stonehenge. So you go to Google Maps, and I'm going to just search for Stonehenge. Oh, and I should have clicked the one in the list. Yeah, because it's saying Stonehenge, Salisbury, UK. There we go. Okay, now, question number 1. How do I get into Street View now? Let you think on that a second.
Look in the lower right of the screen.
And I just grab my little peg man, and look, it says that circle around Stonehenge, and even right in Stonehenge. And then there are also these little blue circles. I'm going to drop him off on the path first. And here we are on the path around Stonehenge in the Salisbury Plains in the UK. Pretty cool. Now, to see the map, I would go here, and to get it bigger, and I say, well, what are these little circles? Let me click on one of those, and now my 360 view is just one spot. It's not a path. And this was taken by somebody with just their smartphone, it looks like to me.
Yeah, I've taken a few with my smartphone.
Yeah, you have the 360 view capability on your Pixel phone camera natively.
Correct.
But if you install the Street View app, you can have it too. And you can take a picture like this, and then you can upload it to Google. It does go through an approval process. It doesn't just go straight straight there. All right, and this tells us that that picture was by Dan Jordan in April of 2017. And here, Street View, PhotoPath, and Photosphere are the different things that you can see. Let's go right into the middle, just for fun, and get rid of this. So now, computer's getting, this is taxing on a computer, and
it slows things down.
It has slowed way down here, but when it works, you can look all the way around from inside the circle of stones in Stonehenge. And when you're done, you click the arrow to get out.
Very cool.
Okay.
All right.
So here's the historical.
What was I supposed to remind you?
Yeah, well, I think I already remember.
Okay.
And I queued this one up before we started in hopes that it didn't. So this is a photo of in Fort Lauderdale down by the beach. And this building is relatively new. Check out in the upper left-hand corner here where it says Street View February 2021. That's when this photo was taken. But if I click on the little clock, I have past dates. I can go look at what it looked like in 2007. And there is no building there at all.
Right. Ireland's End used to be back there.
Oh, that's what that is right there. Is Ireland's
Right.
Inn. Yeah, that's not there anymore, huh? And then the next one up is April 2011. Then I have to click on the picture to show it in the big screen. And there's still no building. Then to 2014, it's starting to show us construction. So now it is a construction site. And then in 2016, they've torn everything down and really getting ready for construction. Isn't that cool? You can see the history of a particular location. Now, the thing I wanted you to remind me, and I haven't tried this yet, is that when I'm in a historical view and I grab Peg Man, he's not there. Well, I have to figure this one out, but he's supposed to turn into Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
That's too funny.
I don't know how to do it, but that's what's supposed to happen.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. So that's historical. Now that doesn't exist in all locations, but I thought that was a really good example of one.
That is cool. All right, accessing Street View from mobile.
So on the mobile, you get access to the same Street View, but obviously on a little phone, it's going to work a lot different. So the easiest way is to search for a place and then see where the number 2 is on the diagram. In the lower left-hand corner, if there is Street View associated with the place, you will see a little photo with the circular arrow on it, and you just click there, and that gets you into Street View. Or you can click on the Layers button, and there is a Street View layer that puts all the blue lines on, just like it was on the computer. And to show you in detail, here's another video. I'm Chris Gould with Geeks On Tour, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Street View on a mobile device, either Android or iPhone. So I have never been to Amalfi, Italy. Let's go. You start by opening Google Maps and then going where you want to go. I'm going to tap search here and type Amalfi. Now there are several ways to get into Street View. I mean, this little picture right here shows you Street View, but I'm not sure where in Amalfi that is. I want to pick a place that's right by the coast. So I'm going to use the Layers button, and turn on the Street View layer. This makes it a lot like the computer way of using it because you'll see blue lines wherever Street View exists. And I'm going to zoom in a bit. I think this looks interesting here. So I'm going to just tap on a street there. And now I tap on the Street View icon. It's hard to see, but there's a little circular arrow on this photo. Now I am in Street View, and I can look around. Once I'm in Street View, I can tap these arrows to move along the road. Or, since that's kind of slow, I can double tap in the road up ahead further. But now there's another way, and I don't know why I'm not seeing it on my Android, but I'm going to switch over to my iPhone to show you. Here's my iPhone, and it's looking at Street View in approximately the same place in Amalfi. And notice as I rub on the street, this blue line appears. So I can just drag on the blue line, and it's a much smoother experience than tapping on those arrows. Now, I have no idea where I've gotten to in Amalfi here. I want to see the map. The way you do that is this little arrows touching each other in the lower right. That will bring up a split screen, and we see the map along with the street view, and I can tell where I'm going. So if I'm going in the wrong direction, I can just spin it around, just spin the whole view around, and now I can go in the other direction. You just watch this arrow down here to see which way I'm going and how far. If you look at the map, in some places you'll see a little blue circle. That is another street view picture, but it's just not a route. It's just a 360-degree picture. You tap on it and it takes you there, and I want to get rid of the map now so that I see the whole thing. And this was apparently taken on a boat. This was not taken with the Google Street View car. This was taken by somebody named Oleg S, and he uploaded it to Google Maps. So you can look all the way around, but you can't travel. You can't, there's no route here. This little compass, watch this. If I tap that, it allows me to look around just by moving the phone. Wow, pretty cool. All right, so how do I get out of here? And let's look at something else. You tap the back button, and now I'm just back to the map, and I want to go to the Eiffel Tower. Often when you search for a place, if it has Street View associated with it, you'll get the little picture right away. So I just searched for Eiffel Tower. This little button will take me into Street View. And there I am at the Eiffel Tower. And I can wander around by just dragging on that blue line. And then the last thing to show you is what if you want to look at a place that is not a named location on the map. I'm going to back out, and I'm going to go home, which is the arrow here. This is just take me home, which is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And there's a place on the beach where we park at the beach to take our kayaks out kayak diving. And I want to look at that spot. So here's the beach, and we usually park somewhere about here. So what you do is you just long press and drop a pin. And if there is Street View at that location, you get the little picture with the circular arrow. And there, that's it. And I can, too bad this isn't real time, because then we'd see if there's any good parking spots available. But you get the idea here. Now let's say that I wanted to send this to somebody. I want to say, see, this is where we park at the beach and can take our kayaks out scuba diving. You just tap on the 3 dots and share, and you can share that with an email, and when they click on this link, they will go straight to Street View at that spot. And that's how you use Street View on a mobile device.
All right. Very nice.
So a couple of things I want to comment on. That blue line, I thought it was on both Android and iPhone, but it seems like it's only on iPhone. If anybody knows different, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, it seems to be changing every time you do something.
And that ability to just go in and move your phone around.
That's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You can just stand there and move your phone around, and it's like you are in the spot at the Eiffel Tower, or you can look behind you at the Eiffel Tower and see exactly what's around. It's amazing.
See right through your head.
So do you remember when we were in Mobile once and I said I saw on the map there's a place called Bellingrath Gardens, and I wanted to go.
Yes, I do. I do remember
and you didn't.
I didn't really care about going to Bellingrath Gardens. No, it's
okay.
But it turns out that I was wrong.
But you had to give an excuse.
Okay, well, we were in the big RV, right? So you can't get the RV in there. It's down this little road. I'm looking at the map, and I don't want to do that. So what are you going to do?
So I'm going to Bellingrath Gardens here. This is near Mobile, Alabama.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
And I see the road going in there.
Okay.
And I need to see, is there good enough parking for our big RV? I take my little peg man and I drop him off at the road. And here we are on our way in to Bellingrath Gardens.
Oh, but those trees are really tall. They're
No.
hanging over. You can't park. Can't turn around. There's not enough room.
No, look at this. Look at all that wide open spaces to park in.
Oh, all right. We can go to Bellingrath.
No
Gardens.
problem. Okay, so that's just another use. You could actually see exactly what is there.
Okay.
And that's it for
Bill wants
Street
to know
View.
the down arrow in the box allows 8 lines to show.
Down arrow in a box. I don't know what. Oh. Maybe you're talking about this down arrow over here. That's to show photos. Those are just photos from this spot. So it has nothing to do with Street View. Street View is the immersive 360-degree panoramas. But there's also photos. And looking at those photos is what made me want to go to Bellingrath Gardens.
Okay, timeline.
So the next. Oh, Glamper Jan says the blue line is on her Samsung phone. Then I don't know what.
It's not on yours.
It's not on mine. And I updated Google Maps and everything, and it's not on your Pixel. And I went to the same place that I did on the iPhone. Anyway, good to know, Jan. Maybe it is relatively new. I mean, there's always been those arrows to travel down the road. But I think it was in 2018 that they came up with this blue line that you could grab. And maybe it's just still rolling out. Don't know. Okay, next comes timeline, the other hidden feature of Google Maps that I think everybody should know about. First of all, what is it? It shows everywhere your phone has been. I mean, I started to say everywhere you have been, but no. If you give your phone to somebody else, it's going to show where they've been. Or if you left your phone somewhere, it shows where your phone has been. You do need to have location history turned on, and you need to have location services, your GPS in your phone, turned on for it to work. If those are true, then you will have a marker for every place your phone has been. And if you select one day and it's a day that you drove, you will see the route that you took. So if I go to, what do I want to do first? I want to do the phone first.
Turning on or off location history is the...
Oh, okay. Well, that is how you turn on or off location history. It's in your myaccount.google.com, and then the data and privacy and location history. And it's off by default. So if you've never turned it on, then you won't have this timeline location history. And if you do have it on and you are uncomfortable with this data being recorded on you, you can turn it off and you can delete everything that's there. But personally, I just love it. I just love it. So I'm on my phone. Wait a second. Let me get to the right place. All right. I'm on my phone and I go into Google Maps. Where is my location history? You tap your account button, the little face in the upper right-hand corner, and your timeline right there. Going back in time. And it's showing me today. Now on here, I have day, trips, insight, places, cities, and world. If I tap where it says today here, I get a calendar and I can go back to any day. So what if somebody asked me, where were you on the morning of August 27, 2021? I say, I have no idea, but I'll bet you Google does. I go back to August 27, and not only does it show where I was that morning, it shows every place I traveled that day. That's on the top. On the bottom, it gives the details. I've used this a lot. When I don't know if any other RVers out there or travelers, if you keep a journal of what you did every day of your travels, there's a few days that I'm sure you forgot to do that you missed it. Well, you can go back and recreate it. It tells me that we started the day at Norton Yachts in Deltaville, Virginia, where we met up with an old friend, and we left there at 11 a.m. And then we went to a Deltaville Maritime Museum. And these photos are my photos, because what is Timeline using? My Google account. Where are my photos? In Google Photos. So it shows me what photos we took that day. I just think that's way cool. But then there's so much more. Now, this is Android only. These trips and insights are Android only. The iPhone does have day, places, cities, and world, but trips, this is cool. Scrolling down, you see every trip you've taken.
I love that.
Yeah. So I can go back and say, ooh, Bimini. I want to revisit our Bimini trip. You tap on it. Here are the pictures. There's the map. So on February 19, we took the ferry from Miami from Fort Lauderdale over to Bimini. And then look at that detail. It even shows where our dive boat went out in the ocean around Bimini, et cetera, et cetera. And then it shows it going back. And here are photos that we took from there. So that's trips. Insights. This one is kind of fun. So Insights tells you for the whole month, for the month of October, we walked a whole 6 miles.
That's sad.
We drove 278. We were on a ferry for 9 miles. And now these are not always accurate. It really does mess some things up here and there. But you can see the restaurants that you've been to. So if you want to say, now I think it was in October, where was that restaurant? What was that restaurant that we went to when we were in XYZ? This is an easy way to find that out. Places, all sorts of places in here. And here's where you have restaurants, shopping, hotels. Now, hotels, I figured, how does it have 246 hotels for us? We don't stay in hotels. But if I look in here, it's RV parks. RV parks and campgrounds are considered
lodging.
Yeah, hotels. But the thing I really liked, I got out. The thing I really liked was airports. It was just fun to look at airports. So these are all the airports we've been to since Google has been recording our history, which is about 2011. So all those airports. And then and both of these cities, 805 cities, it says we've been to during this time, and 16 countries. And here they all are, and I can click and look through. Now, once again, this 16 countries, I've been to more than that.
Yes, you have.
But this is just since 2011 or so, something like that. Okay, so that is timeline on the Android phone. Now, it's the same idea on the iPhone, but it just has fewer options. So you still tap your little face and go to timeline, but notice there's just day, places, cities, and world. On the computer is the better place to go if you want for looking at a particular period of time. So you just go to maps.google.com on the computer. Let me get out of here. And now here it's not clicking on your little face, because that just is about Google account. It's clicking on the 3-line menu and then timeline. And what you will see to start with is all the places that have ever been recorded by your phone in your location history. Oh. Didn't I go here on this computer? Let's go. There we go. Stressing out the computer. Actually, This is not a computer.
It's a Chromebook.
This is a Chromebook, yeah.
But you're still looking at this through a browser, through the Chrome browser.
Yeah.
Now, there is a Google Maps app for the Chromebook also.
Is that what I got into? That's
what
I got into. Yeah,
is that where you get?
Yeah, this isn't a browser.
Oh, okay.
So I want to use the browser. Thank you for mentioning that.
I'm here for you, baby.
Now, I am in the browser, but when I went to your timeline, it opened up. There, it went to the Maps app. Darn, because the Maps app doesn't have what I wanted to show you.
So you can't show it.
I'll have to make another video, yeah.
On a computer or for the Chromebook.
Yeah. I should have tested that.
Yes.
Yeah, well. But the point is, if you go on a browser to Google Maps and you show your timeline, it will show you a little red dot for every place you have ever been. And then there's a selection box at the upper left where you can choose 1 year, You can see every place you've been in 1 year or 1 month or one day. And when you get down to the day level, then you will see routes. But I just really like going to the, well, you could do it. No, never mind.
No, let's not go there now.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Oh, I know another one. In the browser, right. This is even on the slide. In the browser, you can go straight to timeline.google.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I wanted you to see. It's coming. Yeah, because I love the bragging rights that this gives me, because this is every place I've been since Google location history has been tracking. And so there's Australia, New Zealand, there's all over the United States.
I bet you there are some of our people that have a bigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Certainly some of our friends.
But if you click on year, I can see just 2017, for example. And there's a lot fewer dots. If I want to see just a particular month in 2017, that's when we went to Europe, apparently. And if I want to see a particular day, then it goes down to day. And that I picked a good one. That's the day that we flew over.
Flew home.
Or flew home. Okay. It says driving. I don't think so.
Yeah, we took the bridge.
Okay.
That's okay?
I'm done now.
You are? You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at the slides. We did the demo. Okay. Want to talk about Backstage Pass for our premium members using it's an online meeting using Zoom technology. Right after this show, I'll get that started, and you get the link from an email that Chris sent, or you can go to our website, geeksontour.com, and look on the member login menu. Are there any questions? I don't see any on here.
Well, Clamper Jan is saying that she put in Area 51 disc golf course. And it has live circle in bottom right.
Okay.
Well, maybe...
So there's a photosphere or something there. My guess. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Don't know.
Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions, we do. Did you learn something? True or false? Street View shows many places that aren't actually streets.
True. They weren't taken with the Google Streetcar camera, but there's lots of places. All of the Disney properties are in.
Okay.
And there are some inside malls where you have the Street View, and there's some underwater.
Yes,
too.
I've seen a couple of those.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, to look all around in Street View, drag on the screen.
Yes.
Or tap on the compass icon and move the phone.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do either way, and that compass icon and moving the phone, you got to try it.
It is fun. Pegman is the way to access Street View on A, computer, or B, mobile.
Computer.
Okay. And you can see the date of the Street View photos on A, computer, or B, mobile.
Computer. At least I couldn't find a way. Yeah. It's real easy to see the date in the upper left-hand corner on the computer.
And I have not been able to find it on my Android. So what must be on for Timeline to work?
Google account location history.
And
your phone's GPS location services.
Okay. Excellent. And what view shows your driving route in Timeline? Is it day, week, month, or all time?
Just the day view.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. Sign up for our free newsletters. Members get the 2021 edition of Chris's Learn Google Photos. Become a member at geeksontour.com. Like and subscribe. Click the bell for the notifications. And Chris, what is the webpage that lists all of our YouTube shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show.
And the webpage that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is blogs and news. You'll find all our newsletters, 15 years worth of them.
They're all there. And why do people pay $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
They get to ask us questions in our Q&A page.
And
they
we
have
promise to respond.
We do. They get access to hundreds of our tutorial videos.
We're up to 709 now.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And all the ebooks, the Google Photos book in PDF format. They get written notes.
Now this is very valuable.
I do think I refer to my written notes of these shows all the time. How did we do that? Didn't we do a show on that? And I can go back to the written notes without having to watch the whole video. And then the backstage pass, of course. That's a great benefit of membership.
Some people do it just to say thanks for all the stuff that we do, and we appreciate those people.
And we thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so become a member, geeksontour.com/join now. Costs $58 on a yearly plan. Come see us at the Backstage Pass. And I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we're Geeks on Tour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.